Have you ever seen the pyramid out by the Phoenix Zoo? Have you wondered what it is and why it's there? Well, today's hike takes us to Hunt's Tomb to see that pyramid, and we'll tell you what it is, why it's there, and how you can hike to it as well. It's located by the Phoenix Zoo in Papago Park. Beautiful area. You can see great vistas as you hike up to the tomb. As I pan a little to the northwest, you'll see the mountain where Hole in the Rock is. And I should mention that Hunt's Tomb is on the National Register of Historic Places. But to get to it, you pass right by Hole in the Rock. You drive by Papago Park and the lagoons. Used to be a fish hatchery, and you still can get your urban fishing license and go fishing there. But I drove on by and finally stopped at Ramada 14. It's just a short hike up a wide trail, which makes it a great hike for anyone that doesn't want to go too far. Perhaps a good family hike with kids. And if you want to do more, you can always run over to Hole in the Rock. But as you watch me, there's our destination. That pyramid at the top. And you'll see it didn't take me long to get there. So let's slow it down and take a look at Hunt's Tomb. Who was the first governor of Arizona? He was the governor when Arizona became a state in 1912. And here's your trivia question. Who's buried in Hunt's Tomb? Del Webb led the development of this monument, which was completed in 1933. And Governor Hunt's wife, Helen, who passed away in 31, was the first one buried in the tomb after its completion in 1933, and a year later, Governor Hunt was also buried in the tomb. In total, there are 7 people that are buried in the tomb. 2 years after Arizona became a state, this area became a national monument. The Papago Saguaro National Monument was declared in 1914. Unfortunately, the area was so decimated by the public that in 1930 it was delisted as a national monument. And it was around this time, the Great Depression, that Governor Hunt commissioned Papago Park as a bass fish hatchery. It's a WPA project to stock bass and other fish in the Arizona waterways. Here's your next trivia question. Who was Arizona's longest-serving governor? And bonus, if you can guess how many years he served. If you recall, I mentioned I parked at Ramada 14. And I should have followed the road a little further. And there's actually a parking lot right over there. And that's the trail that would have come right up here to Hunt's Tomb. If you guess Governor Hunt is the answer to the trivia question, you would be correct. Governor Hunt served a total of 7 terms, 14 years as governor of Arizona. Now, governors are limited to 2 4-year terms. I mentioned that Hunt's Tomb overlooks the Phoenix Zoo. So, from up on the hill, you can look down and see some of the giraffes and maybe some other animals if they're out and about. You also get views of downtown Phoenix. And if you look carefully, Tovry Castle. That's the one that looks like the wedding cake. But the best views are just to the nearby mountains. And you might see bighorns out there. They're part of the zoo exhibit. Here's a picture of Helen, Governor Hunt's wife, who's buried in the tomb with him. Spectacular views of Hole in the Rock and the people that climb it. Those are all taken from Hunt's tomb. Probably be a great place to come for pictures as the sun sets. But if you have more time, go check out Hole in the Rock. And I hope you've enjoyed this little tour of Papago Park and Hunt's tomb. Take care.